Hello everybody, welcome to the Stu's Most Magnus. In this video, I am going to be talking about a new LEGO series that did not need to exist at all. This is a series of LEGO sets that did not need to exist whatsoever. But what series am I talking about, and why did it not need to exist? Well, let me explain. You see, last year, LEGO released set number 76443 Hagrid and Harry's Motorcycle Ride, which is kind of an interesting set because this was actually the first time we had gotten the Hagrid's motorcycle in LEGO, which is kind of interesting. But the set itself was kind of interesting because it was not a set that was made with minifigures. Instead, it was a large-scale version of the motorcycle, which is kind of interesting. However, this year, LEGO decided to release set number 76470, the Enchanted Flying Fort Anglia, which is another brick-built vehicle. You see, we have gotten plenty of Flying Fort Anglias in the past, but this one is also a large-scale vehicle that is not made for minifigures, which is kind of interesting. So now that I've introduced this series, I'm gonna explain to you guys why this series did not need to exist. So first of all, who even asked for these sets? Like, who even asked for large-scale Harry Potter vehicles? Like, who did? I do not really know. I mean, the thing is, the vehicles themselves aren't really that bad. Like, if I'm being honest, I do think the motorcycle does look very cool, and the upscale Flying Fort Anglia does also look very cool. However, there is one part about these sets that is honestly kind of cursed, and that will have to be the fact that they include brick-built figures. Now, why in the world did they even decide to include brick-built figures in these sets? Well, I don't really know. I mean, the thing is, LEGO has made plenty of Ultimate Color Series Star Wars sets, and most of those sets are not even made for minifigures. Some of the sets are micro-scale sets, and some are larger than minifigure scale. So I don't really know why in the world they decide to include brick-built figures in these two Harry Potter sets when they don't include brick-built figures in Ultimate Color Series Star Wars sets. Is it because the vehicles would be too boring without the characters or something like that? I don't really know. But now let's look at the characters themselves. So for the characters in the Motorcycle Ride set, I do actually think that Hagrid does actually look pretty cool. Though I do think Harry is a little cursed because he doesn't even have pupils or a mouse. That's kind of weird. Though I do actually love the Hedwig figure. I do think that she looks very good. But then there's the characters in the Flying Fort Anglia. And honestly, I just think the faces just look cursed. Like, they just look so cursed in my opinion. So yeah, I do not understand why in the world they decided to include brick-built characters in these sets. It's just so weird to me. But now here's the big question. Will we get more of these large-scale Harry Potter vehicles? Well, I don't really know. Like, there might be a possibility that we might get, like, say, a upscaled Nightbus or something like that. Maybe we'll get that. But I don't know really. I certainly do hope that that will not happen because, well, these sets aren't really that great. But I do hope that if that does happen, the Nightbus itself will not include any characters. Okay? So yeah, that was basically just it for this video. I just wanted to look at this weird series that I haven't really seen too many people talk about actually. Like, not a lot of people are talking about this weird series that did not need to exist. And now thankfully there is a minifigure compatible Flying Fort Anglia on store shelves by now. And while this year LEGO decided to release a minifigure compatible version of the motorcycle, which is kind of cool. And now if I'm being honest, I do think that those two sets are a little bit better than the large-scale versions of those sets. I just think they're a little bit better, honestly. And by the way, let me know down in the comments below what you think of this series, because I would love to know your thoughts on this new series. Like, do you think this series was necessary? I would love to know. Because, well, like I said this multiple times, but I'm gonna say it again, this series did not need to exist whatsoever. But anyways, this is our first video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to Studios on YouTube, and hit that bell notification button so that you can never find when I upload a new video. So now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.